works for them and not against them, then they can help switch the balance and we win, I think. So it's about helping the artists, like the humble indie bundle for the video games, like the examples of Nina Paley, everybody heard of Nine Inch Nails and Radiohead and so on. So first of all, helping the artists who promote sharing, and then go to all the others and explain them why they would benefit from sharing. So I think it's the practice that will little by little change the minds, and maybe in the global economic field, it will be when the investors will understand that.
Okay. Thank you. One difficulty I see often is with secret trade agreements is that, first of all, they're secret. Second of all, is there a lobby group like La Quadrature du Net who does active lobbying in Brussels and all over the world, and to kind of get to know these people and join these people?
The question is not that simple, because lobbying by itself can be understood in many different ways. I don't see myself as a lobbyist when I'm in the corridors of the European Parliament. First of all, because I don't wear a necktie, and also because I don't have the same methods. What we do at La Quadrature du Net is public, open, and we don't promote specific interest, but our vision of general interest. So let's say advocacy, or just exerting persuasion power on the decision makers.
That's a different name for lobbying. In the end, it is lobbying. So the others do it.
We can discuss that further, but yeah, in English you have the term advocacy that I think fits well. Well, you have lots of groups who are committed into defeating ACTA at the moment. People from access to medication, I didn't mention, but ACTA has also a deep impact on access to medication because of its role on patents and trademarks and border measures, and maybe we'll discuss about that later. You can find me in the lounge. So people like Médecins Sans Frontières, people like Oxfam are advocating against ACTA. In the US, you have organizations such as ours, like Public Knowledge, Knowledge Ecology International. The EFF, I think, works a bit on that. You have also, and it is very interesting, and it's also part of the answer to the first question. Telecom industries and internet service provider industries are also very much against ACTA. They put very seldom press releases, but they actively lobby against it. They cannot show it publicly, but they do lobby against it. So it's, in my definition of lobbying, something that is done under the carpet, you cannot really be aware of. But what I really think, and this is why I'm here, and this is what we do at La Quadrature du Net, is the way to win is to provide the tools for everyone, for the citizens, to go and inform their elected representatives, to do the job of the lobbies, but with honesty, with their knowledge and mind and their own words, and to go in direct contact with their own elected representatives. I think this is stronger and more beneficial to the society as a whole than lobbying, and that this is what we should do.
So I guess sharing this talk would already, for everyone, be a step to get everyone more aware of the problems.
Yep.
Thanks.
Maybe a question from the internet? Where is the internet?
Let's hear a question from this
A question from
a short question, Jérémie. You said this year the Parliament will have one vote on ACTA. Do you have an assumption when?
It's a very good question. No, I think it should be somewhere in the middle of the year. Okay. It's not clear at the moment if it will be before the summer or after. And I honestly don't know what parameters will decide that. I think it should go into some kind of review in some bodies of the EU before it comes back to the Parliament. But if you follow La Quadrature du Net Twitter feed at La Quadrature or RSS or whatever, you'll be informed of it way long enough.
Thanks.
Before, I hope. Ask the internet a question. Where is the internet? Who has the internet?
I have an answer to the question from just earlier. I got an answer from the Hungarian government about how this will be ratified, and they answered that the ACTA agreement will be open for signing starting from the 31st of March, and there will be an OECD meeting, I think in Tokyo or something. I might be mixing up things, and it will be signed at the ministerial level there. So we need to find out when the OECD meeting is, and then we know the vote in the European Parliament must precede that.
Thank you, Steph. Oh, the internet finally came with a question.
Question from IRC. Didn't the whole home music is killing music already prove that the industry is only screaming for nothing?
I'm sorry, my hearing is bad. Can you repeat that, maybe closer to the mic?
Didn't the whole home music is killing music already prove that the industry is only screaming for nothing?
Well, it's proving it for people who watch it and know it and are curious about it at the moment. And this is where we have some crucial role to play, because they already play the battle for the minds in the broad field. You remember that ad, "You wouldn't steal a car"? Well, it is approximately at the beginning of every DVD. So anyone who doesn't care about home music or the distribution means or what is the internet and what is peer-to-peer and whatever, already has implanted in his mind that multiplying zeros and ones is like stealing, is like subtracting, that multiplication is subtraction. So the evil ideas of our opponents are already planted in the minds, and this is what we have to work with at the moment. So I think it's not that easy. Oh, first, sir, who is waiting here for quite some time.
Thank you. I have a follow-up question, because on the one hand we have the multi-billion-dollar companies, and on the other hand...
Closer to the mic, please.
On the other hand, we have people like us who are informed and who make an informed choice that sharing is good because they know the cultural implications and the philosophical and things like that. But we have also many people who are just consumers, who share, like they would switch on RTL for some afternoon pleasure. How do we reach those masses? How do we reach the Muggles, so to speak, those who are not informed what the implications are of sharing is good, not just getting it for free, but for our culture?
Well, they have it already in some way, because basically everybody does file sharing. Ask a 15-year-old kid, teenager, how he gets or she gets his or her music or movies from. 99% it will be, the internet. So people see it is good because they benefit from it and they have access to culture. But they think it is good but wrong. So we have to make it clear that it's good but good, instead of good but wrong. How much time is left?
Just one more question.
From the internet.
From the internet, and then I really want to thank you for your talk and everything. It was really interesting. I think it was interesting, guys,
let's
right?
Say 2 questions.
Just one more. I'm really sorry, but there are more people that...
Okay, I tried my best.
Everyone is very anxious to wait what's going to happen today, and we have
Okay,
to
so one question from the internet.
Okay,
yeah, the internet, guys. Do you have one more question?
One question from RSC.
Make it count.
How can we develop a system that can create the cultural habits of free software environment for culture? Will the real developers for CVS and Git for music please stand up? We have the licenses, we are missing the tools. Developers, please join the dream. It's kind of a dual question, well, not a question. But
I understood neither.
Could you repeat that?
Basically, the question is, how can we develop a system that can create the cultural habits of free software environment for culture?
Wow, that's a good one.
I think it doesn't start with software. I think it really starts with a battle for the minds, and and it's with sharing the knowledge we have with the authors and with the artists, and helping them with understanding that the internet is good for them and that sharing is good for them.
Could you say that it starts with the offline community? It starts with people understanding instead of...
I wouldn't say it needs to be offline, because we do most of what we do online. But it doesn't start with a bit of code. I think it starts with a chatter.
With talking,
yeah,
with
I think so.
Dialogue,
I think
actually.
so.
Well, I want to thank Jérémie so much. I want you guys to give him a big round of applause. I think... Oh, come on, people, that can go louder. Come on, it was really good, right? Woo! Come on, I can get something more out of them, don't you think? I think we should scream and stamp and clap one more time. Jérémie Zimmermann.